In this quick video, we're going to create interior window cards. This is going to be a single plane that will have a texture. The single plane will be positioned inside the window right behind the glass. We'll have 3 cards. One will have a texture of the blinds. Second one will have a texture of cardboard. And third will have a texture of curtains. And later on, we'll decide which interior window card we want to position in each window. That way we have some variety to include some blinds, maybe some curtains, or cardboard. Let's create a plane and move it closer to the window. We'll set width to 100, height to 140, and we need to rotate this plane so it's vertical and it's facing us. We'll rotate on X and on Y 90 degrees. These are exact same dimensions as our single window. Let's set subdivision width and height both to 1. Modify the pivot point to be in the bottom left vertex. And each of these interior cards will be positioned behind the glass and aligned to the inside of the window frame. And that is it. That is all the modeling we need to do for the interior window cards. Delete history and freeze transformations. But we are not done yet. Let's also UV these cards. Since we're going to have 3 different cards with different texture on them, each card needs to occupy its own UV space. Let's switch over to UV editing workspace and apply an existing material to the plane, our UV grid texture. Inside the UV editor, press 5 for shaded view and 6 to turn off texture image display. Then inside the perspective viewport, press 6 for textured view, so we can see our UV grid. We're going to select the face of the plane and apply automatic unwrap. We now need to get the same textile density for our plane as we have for already UV'd windows. Select the window mesh first, then inside the UV editor, select its UVs. Inside the UV toolkit, under Transform, Tools, and Textile Density, click on Get. It should have the same value we were using before, but we want to reestablish it again just in case it got changed. So after you click Get, select the UVs for the plane and click Set. We now have the same textile density. And then let's move these UVs all the way down outside 0 to 1 space. Switch back to Object Component mode to select the plane and duplicate it 2 more times. So we have 3 interior cards. We now need to move the UVs of the second and the third card so they occupy their own UV space. Let's select all 3 planes, switch over to Face Component mode, select the face of the second interior card, then inside UV editor, drag off to the side right next to the first card. And then do the same thing for the third card. Select the face and drag it over to the right. The UVs for each card are now separate. I'm going to switch back over to Maya Classic Workspace, and we're going to name these 3 cards so they're easier to identify. First one we'll name blinds, second one is going to be cardboard, and third, curtain. We're going to leave them right here, and later on in the process, when we have a texture on them, we'll duplicate and position these interior cards for each window in the building.